Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Let's talk about Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas purses. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Check out the welterweight playlist for more videos like this and boxing news playlist. Earl was like, he say 1-5 on paper. He say 1-5 on paper, but Adrian Brown, oh, you talking too much. You talking too much. But explain how purses work real quick, and then we get into we talk numbers. So basically, how I figured out. I ain't figure out wow, some it was a bad luck. What was it a bad luck article? No, I was what I forget what the article was, but also I did a video. Somebody sent the article. It was Lathers that sent the article about how pay per views get broke down from like 10 or 11 years ago. All right, and it was something about how they get broke down. So then somebody seen my video and they reached out and told me like the rest. So basically, man, they get 3%. Their standard rate, unless you like Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul. Yes, I said Jake Paul. You know, the standard rate is you get 3% off the gate. Right. Well, hold on. Let's kind of start from the beginning, right? Real quick. So I don't want to take a lot of y'all time up. Right. So all right, so it's split like when you have a pay-per-view where they using multiple cable companies, all right? Because ESPN, it sounds like they're going to be using for Fury and Dillian White over here. They're going to this pay per view and they charging us double what they charging UK people. That's another conversation. But when you talking about when you just use your ESPN Plus, just don't use no cable company. They just promote, market it, and they distribute themselves. Um, they don't have to do this platform, I'm looking for this word all day. They don't have to use this formula. They're to do. But when you're using the cable companies, Xfinity, Time Warner, you can buy, your satellite provider, it's 10 45 45. It's the number. That's what it is. 10 45 45. You say, well, what is that? 45% instantly goes to the cable providers who distribute the fight, right? There you go. 45 instantly go percent. They get 45% of the pay-per-view pot. The other 45 goes to the promoter. The 10% goes to the host, the network host, which in this case, in Errol Spence and Ugas, it is Showtime. So Showtime get 10% of the proceeds. 45% of the proceeds go to the promoter. The other 45% of the proceeds go to the cable company. So the cable companies are the one that they actually help market the fight because they got a big stake in the fight, and they also continue to help run the ads and all that, this, that, and the third. Okay, so they do not split 100% of the pot, and the fighters take 50 and 50. It don't go like that. So the 45% that the promoter get, he doesn't necessarily split that shit with the fighters. So when Canelo fight, it has after 100,000 pay-per-views, he gets I forget the exact number. He gets like 10%, I believe. It's something like that. And I think, for Earl Spence and us the regular mortal fighters, I believe it said they get 3%. I did a video on this. I can't really remember. It said that they get 3%. Right? After 150,000 buys. So after he don't start getting pay-per-view money until they clear 150,000 buys. Then it's 3%. Each fighter either get 3 or 4% of the buys. Right? That's what they get. Something like that. They get 3 or 4% of the buys a piece, depending on how they do, right? So that's how they split that up. So they get 3% of the gate a piece. Him and Ugas, whatever the gate do, that's whatever the deal they got. Popcorn, food, ticket sales, parking, whatever the gate is, it makes up of the gate, right? So I believe they might get 3 or 4% or something like it's either 3 or 4% um after 150,000, but I think Canelo gets somewhere near 10 after 100,000. But So I think it's like 3 or 4. I think it's like 3 or 4%, man. Don't quote me on that, man. Um, but that's what they get. So so they don't even get $8 on each pay per view. So they get like $2. Just round up $2.50 off of each pay per view after 150. So you say $2.40. Let's say that adds up. But if you say $2.40, let's say they do a million, right? Somehow, some way do a million. That's $2.4 million in their pocket. Let's say they do a million after 150,000 buys, $2.4 million. So, like I said before, you know, and then also it said that the promoter has to break even before they can start making revenue on the back end. But for sure, what they're gonna bring home is 3% from the gate, and after 150,000 buys, they're gonna bring home 3%. So how they calculating like they gonna make $5, $5 million after the gate? I don't know. Al Heyman does have a way where he advertises fights. He gets advertisers to advertise the fight, and that's another avenue of revenue. So that ESPN tried to mimic, but they couldn't do it without Al. But it says Errol Spence's net worth person, how much will he make against Ugas, right? So this was wrote on I don't know, a couple days ago, right? More current one. So the fight purse for an upcoming match between Errol Spence and Ugas, there's a huge sum of money in the pot for both fighters, both contenders. The pay-per-view subscription rate for the event, April 16th, for $75 retail price. But they can mark it up or mark it up as they see it, or even if they want to mark it down. Right. According to reports, Errol Spence will fetch a minimum of 1.5 as his match fee, and also include 50% commission in pay-per-view. And that's not like let's say 50%. 50% of it's not 50% of nothing. That's what they wrong at. It's not 50% of nothing. After 150, unless it's the 50% of the 45, but it's not 50% of nothing. He gets a percentage after $150,000 buys, which anywhere I think it's 3%, but let's say 3 to 4 or 5%. Canelo's the golden rate when it comes. Then he get 10% after 100,000 buys. Once they do 150,000 buys, Earl Spence gets Ugas gets their 3%. So y'all thinking like y'all got to understand Bob Arum was walking away with more money than De La Hoya in Trinidad. Y'all think it still don't hold true today? You think Al Heyman ain't making as much money as both of these dudes or more? They definitely making more. But like I said before, and on the other hand, even Ugas are earning good payday, which is approximately $2.5 million, including his pay-per-view. So that's what he meant to get, $2.5 million. And they ain't even no pay-per-view commission. If anything they get money from is Al Heyman's advertisements. And that's why they don't care what the pay-per-views do. Um, so so he expected to take home 5, and Ugas expected to take home $2.5 million after everything, if everything go right. I really don't think it matters. I think Al Heyman gonna make sure they good off that whatever little advertisement thing that he does. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's hey, Bud was making way more money than that when he went on pay-per-view. So something to think about. That's why they can't afford them. And then they them pay-per-view numbers used to be robust. They said that Spence took home $12 million versus Mikey. Somebody was saying 20. So I was like, okay, cool. Cause at 350,000 a pop. So that's what 200,000 pay-per-view. But so Al Heyman, like I said, he pays his fighters through that advertising, kind of like how they do on if you watch that DMX or that Rough Rider documentary, and he's talking about how they lost their sponsorships and they couldn't fund the tour no more. Same thing. Same thing. So Al Heyman just used that what he learned on tour. He gets sponsors to sponsor the fight, and that's more money coming. And also they make their money off their sponsorship on their patches and their logos and stuff of that nature. So whatever. Whatever. This fight ain't selling no way. They got $35 tickets. So people told Malachi didn't believe me yesterday when I said that. But like I said before, now it is what it is. See what the ticket is. See what the lick read today at my coach Malachi voice. We up $45 today. $45 right there, get you $45. You got $59 today. Get you over 86. Get you there. 45 again. 55. 55 get you right here. Tickets cheap as hell, man. They said Espinosa said they sold 31,000 tickets, and I'm just looking like, you know what I mean? Y'all gave away, or Jerry bought $31,000 worth of tickets. Like, come on, man. But yeah, that's pretty much how how you break that down. So you're not splitting all the pay-per-view. They don't split 100% of the pot. Anybody that ever did understand business, one thing you got to understand: everybody got to get paid. I got to get mine. You got to get yours. I got to get mine. You got to get yours. Everybody got to get paid. That's one thing that you got to understand. Everybody got to get theirs. The cameraman got to get paid. The announcers got to get paid. They got to rent the venue out. They got to rent the venue out, because they got to pay for the lights. All that costs money. The insurance policy on the venues. People, the concession people got to get paid. Who's slanging popcorn, slanging peanuts. The ticket person got to get paid. Everybody got to get paid. The cable networks got to get paid. It costs money to carry the fight. Everybody got to get paid. So, and we still waiting on the Lubin and Fondor viewership, and that shit still ain't dropped. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications, go live or drop a video. All right, you want to financially support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the Linktree link, first link in description. Find me everywhere from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App there as well too. Best way to donate, comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification. We go live, drop a video. Appreciate the love, support. Check out my Detroit channel right here on YouTube, Motor Street Sports Talk. It's Motor Street Sports Talk. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.